19 arriving at Gate 4 from Montreal. Arriving at Gate 4, Flight 19, Montreal to New York.
My daddy. He works in Canada, but we live in New York.
So do we.
Do you have a little girl?
Not yet, but maybe today.
Do you build bridges like my daddy?
No, I'm a policeman.
Would you like to see my dolly?
All sorts of feelings to being a cop. Moments of pride when you're sure what you're doing is right. And times like this one when you wish you could drop right through the floor.
Look, Casey, I gotta call the hospital about my wife.
Hank.
Yeah?
Let's leave the irons off of her.
Why?
She's half dead of shame already.
Well, she wasn't ashamed to steal 25 grand from her bank or run away to Canada.
In the extradition papers, it said that she was up there on a vacation. She wasn't running away. Father used to take her to Canada when she was a little girl.
Oh, Casey, come on. Will you spare me the schmaltz?
Look, have you ever seen an embezzler like her? Gambling, high living, nothing fits her.
Nothing fits her except she's an embezzler.
Look, Hank, there are two of us. Now, what's the harm in leaving the irons off?
The regulations.
Regulations tell you what to do when a kid shames a person half to death.
Okay, you want me to go over there and pick up the kid?
Regulations tell you what to do when people stare at you as if you're doing something dirty.
Now, look, Casey, I'm on the force because I got a wife to support, and any minute now I'm going to have a wife and a kid. Now, you want to take the cuffs off her and take a chance on losing your job, you do it when she's with you. But when she's with me, it's going to be... Look, I got to make that call because I may be a father by now. I'll be right back.
Let's go out and get some fresh air, huh?
Bus for New York is now loading.
Why did you do it? Certainly not for the usual reasons.
What are the usual reasons?
Oh, fling, nightclubs, races, the stock market. You're a single woman, you have a good job, you come from a respectable family.
No. Not for the usual reasons. What is prison like?
Well, it's different things to different people.
For me, it'll mean the end. Here, Sonny. Here's your airplane. Be shy. I know that age.
That's my Sky Master.
You know something? I have a little boy, too.
Can I have my Sky Master?
Look, will you promise if I take these off, you won't do anything foolish?
she's not on that bus and they haven't seen her.
Darn. I thought she'd gone to get a cup of coffee or some cigarettes or
Well,
something.
you went and did it, didn't you?
Hank, I'm sorry. She told me about her son and the way she hugged that little boy.
Little boy. Oh, boy, I heard enough.
Wait a minute. Where are you going?
Report and take what's coming. What else?
Now, listen. Listen, Hank, it's all my fault.
Oh, well, what difference does that make now? If I hadn't gone to make that phone call.
You wanted to get in earlier. We took an earlier plane. All right. Now, headquarters doesn't expect us back until 6 o'clock. Look, Hank, don't you understand? That gives us 3 hours to find her.
You look for her without authorization?
Oh, please, Hank. 3 hours.
And what if we don't find her?
I took the cuffs off her. I take full responsibility.
Casey, you'll be off the force.
Well, part of being a cop is making judgments about people. This is as bad as it looks. I deserve to be off.
All right. Where do we start?
She lives with her mother. I've got the address right here. I couldn't be that wrong. I just couldn't. Not the way she looked at that little boy. Come on.
A son. Is that what my daughter told you? What other nonsense did she tell you?
But she said she had a little boy. She said that he...
You can believe what you want. I'm her mother, and I tell you, she has no child.
You think she said it just to get some sympathy?
The bank tells me my daughter embezzled a large sum of money. You tell me my daughter has just escaped from the police. I don't recognize this woman or her motives.
I'm a woman also, Mrs. Boyer. I think I know when another woman is lying about something such as a child.
You think you know my daughter? Then how is it she got away from you?
Could she have gone to her friends?
My daughter had no close friends.
Well, there must be somebody she turned to help. Mrs. Boyer, don't you want to help your daughter?
Help her? Why? Did she think of me or her father when she did all those horrible things?
What horrible things?
Mrs. Boyer speaking.
Mrs. Boyer, this is Dr. Richmond, and I've only got a moment. Your daughter is in my office and under extreme tension. She's with my secretary, and I took this moment to call you.
Is it about your daughter?
Well, I don't quite see what I can do.
She won't tell me what's the matter. Perhaps I can get her to tell me. But in any case, she's going to need someone to stay with her until I...
Well, I can't do anything about anything at the moment.
It's about your daughter, Mrs. Boyer. Believe me, for her own good.
But I tell you, I can't do anything. Not now.
Mrs. Boyer, I can't vouch for the consequences. Mrs. Boyer!
You're talking to my mother. I asked you not to.
I'm worried about you. All I was doing was trying to help...
Now that I can't trust you, whom can I trust?
Dorothy. Dorothy, wait. Dorothy, you're in no condition to leave here.
Dr. Richmond, what's happening? Dr. Richmond! Dr. Richmond!
Mrs. Boyer, I've got to know where she is.
No.
Casey, it's 4 o'clock already. Let her be. Dr. Richmond. We'll find him. Come on.
Beverly. Dorothy Boyer?
You're a psychiatrist. Didn't she ever tell you this?
Only what she wanted to tell me. Was it a large amount?
25,000.
Where do you think she could have gone, Doctor?
In her state, it's hard to tell.
Going away to prison wasn't the only thing that was frightening her. I know there was something else. Something. Why can't you give us some idea of what was upsetting her? We're trained to figure out where a person might go.
There are certain confidences with a patient that I can't break. You know that. But how much has she told you about herself?
Well, very little. Said she had a son, and her mother said that she didn't.
Dorothy told you she had a son?
Then it isn't true.
But it is true. It's the heart of the whole matter. I couldn't have said anything without her telling you.
But her mother denies that there ever was such a child.
Because he's a mentally retarded child.
And she denies it exists because...
Because so many people refuse to look upon it as a natural occurrence. They load the problem with shame, with guilt.
The money. Why did she need the money?
She's been keeping the boy in the most expensive private sanitarium there is. She always told me that her father had left a great deal of money.
Dr. Richmond, she asked me what was prison like. And I said, well, different things to different people. And as if there were no other conclusion, she said, for me, it'll mean the end.
Ellen, find the number of the Wyndham Children's Home and get me through to them as quickly as you can.
Why wouldn't she consider a public institution?
Because of a terrible sense of guilt for having had such a child. And because of the feeling that the child would be better off dead than in a public institution.
But those public hospitals have some of the best facilities in the country.
Dr. Richmond, if she can no longer keep him in that private place, if she feels that a public institution would be worse than death for her child, well then... Oh, Dr. Richmond, she can't.
That's why I'm hoping we can stop her.
From doing herself in?
From doing the child in, with a distorted idea that she's doing him a favor. Oh, excuse me. Dr. Richmond here. Yes. All right. Thank you very much. She's already got the child.
Look, Casey, it's 5 o'clock. We were due with her at headquarters at 6, then we lost her, and we thought maybe we could pick her up before...
I'll ask my secretary to check through my notes. In one of her many sessions with me, there may be a friend, an acquaintance. Excuse me.
Look, Casey...
Look, Hank, I've made a decision.
Look, a job's a job, but maybe headquarters will understand. I don't know. But the kid, retarded or not, he's still a kid.
Then it is okay with you.
What's our next compared to that?
You know, Hank, your son's gonna have a heck of a wonderful old man. Detective Division. Lieutenant Murphy, please. Hello, Mac? This is Jones. We lost Dorothy Boyer. That's right, we lost her. She's out in the town with her child, homicidal intent. That's right. An all-points bulletin. Yeah. Thanks. Mm-hmm. The works. The works. In 5 minutes, the alarm was out to every radio car in the city. Every public institution. Every precinct. Woman and child. Homicidal intent. The works. In 15 minutes, I was part of it. The most efficient dragnet in any city of the world. But if it wasn't for me, that child would still be safe, and Dorothy Boyer wouldn't be contemplating the most horrible crimes right this very minute. That's all that was running through my mind. If it wasn't for me. I prayed for a lot of things right then. Most of all, I prayed not to be left with a guilty conscience for the rest of my life. 4 o'clock. And the awful thought. What if she's already done it? Where? come in? Good afternoon. Won't you sit down? Such a nice-looking boy. Have you had a chance to visit any of our state schools? See how the children live and play and grow?
Grow?
Yes, grow. Make advances. We have 2 schools servicing the city. Mrs.
Smith.
You know, Mrs. Smith, if you were sitting where I am, you'd be surprised at how many mothers and fathers try to hide their real name when they first apply to us, because they think there's something they should be ashamed of. Well, there isn't, really. He is a handsome child.
Smith.
And the little boy's name?
I'm not putting him in here. This place is too impersonal. How can anyone else care for him as I do?
But we pick people who do care. People...
If I'm not around, if I have to be away.
Oh, Mrs. Smith, wait. We can talk it over. Figure a way out.
You think I'd leave my child here without love, without trust?
Others have come to us in your state, but once they see what's being done, what can be done...
Nobody can take my place.
Of course not. Nobody should take your place. The people who work in our schools give the children love because they want to help the child.
Nothing can be done.
Then it came. The news we had prayed for.
Ward's Island, Dorothy Boyer and child. Cars 79, 154, 18 and 36. Converge on Rattles Island, end of bridge.
Everybody. Look, Hank, I'm only going to get one chance with her. Don't let anybody trip me up. Please?
Go on, honey, go on. Nobody will make a move.
Stop. Stop right there.
Dorothy.
No closer.
What's your little boy's name, Dorothy?
Freddie.
The doctors hope someday they'll be able to do something for children like Freddie.
Someday. Right now, I'm going to prison. And without me... Dorothy! I told you not to move! You did a nice thing for me at the airport. A human thing. So I owe you a chance to say what you have to say, but I'm his mother. I know what I have to do. So say what you have to say.
Nothing Dr. Richmond and the social worker over there haven't already told you, except one thing.
What?
Well, you're again sending Freddie to a public institution because you're afraid that nobody will be warm to him or nice to him. What about me, Dorothy? I work for a public institution. Was I cruel to you?
It's different with a backward child. Who's going to give love to a backward child? You can't stop me, and nobody can.
All right. All right, I can't stop you, and nobody can. So go on. Go on, throw him over. Go on, throw him over. Why are you going to drag it out? Go on, throw him over. You say you love that child. A child handsome enough to make any mother proud. You say you love him? Well, you're a liar. Go on, I dare you to look in his eyes. Go on, look. But what are you waiting for? If you're going to do it, do it.
Help me! Help me! Help me!
Every couple of weeks, either I or Hank come out to visit Freddie, and then we drop Dorothy Boyer a card. These are children who love to play. It's as wonderful to love them and be loved by them as by any child. Sure, there's a difference. But the biggest difference exists in the minds of people. Her mother helped her to make some restitution of the money she took, so she'll be out in 6 months. As for me and Hank, well, the department has a heart. 3 months probation apiece. You live and you learn.